Welcome back to another Chef Knives to Go Quick Look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is the Nahozumi JIS Cleaver 220mm model. So this is their big daddy. They might even have one bigger than this, but this is currently the larger one Mark is stocking. And this thing is a beast. So let's take a look at it. The core steel is what's known as JIS carbon steel. On the site, they kind of compare it to white or Shitogami number 2. I did use the 180mm version of this knife and sharpened it, and I will say the steel sharpens up really, really well, gets razor sharp, easy to sharpen, so I do love it from that point of view. So I was very impressed with that. The heat treat's about 60 to 61 Rockwell in that core steel, and it's a mono steel knife, so there's no cladding or layers. This is one big old hunk of steel, including the tang. The weight on the knife is about 14 grams or 14.6 ounces. So this is almost a pound. It's a beast. It's got some mass to it. It's not a bone chopper style, but it is a heavy kind of performance cleaver. The edge length is 223, or about almost 8.8 inches, and the overall length about 13.2. So this is a big blade if you haven't figured that out yet. The spine thickness is about 2.9 coming out of the handle, and basically about the same halfway down the blade and about the same at the end. So that's where it gets its mass from. It doesn't really thin out on the spine as you go down the blade. It just retains that thickness. The height is about, you can see it's a little higher in the middle than on the ends. So at the back end here, it's about 86.5 millimeters tall and about 90 right in the middle. Handle is a rosewood handle that almost exactly the style of the kind of Hide knives of this type. Very comfortable, nice looking handle. Much nicer than those barrel type handles you see on some of the CCKs. So definitely an upgrade on the handle. It's really nice. Good feel to it. It's got some girth to it, some width, I should say, and a little bit of width this way and the other way. So it's got a nice hand-filling feel to it. Let's see. Let's look at the blade. It's a big old blade. You can see the finish on it there. You've got some embossed kanji on the right side of the blade. The left side of the blade is plain. I'd say the out of the box edge is maybe 4 out of 10. I got my sheet notes here wrong, but about 4 out of 10 maybe. Not super duper sharp, but the steel is very easy to sharpen. Couple of notes on the 180. I use the 180 a fair amount. I'm a lefty, and out of the box, the edges on these were both about maybe 30-70 asymmetric left to right, or even 20-80. They're highly biased towards the right side, and for me I found it really steered quite a bit in taller stuff, even some shorter stuff. So even onions and stuff, it steered pretty good. So I went ahead and changed the bevel. I made it more aggressive and more of an acute angle, but then I brought it back to almost 50-50, and that helped a lot on the steering. I would think if you're a lefty, you could even maybe bias that a little bit, maybe go 60-40 right to left to right and flip it around and maybe have it even go completely neutral. So that helped a lot just dealing with the edge. The other thing I want to mention here is the 180 I used. The steel's pretty doggone reactive right out of the gate, and so it was browning onions for me and stuff. You'll want to get a patina going on this before you use it for, production food and such. Maybe even force a patina. That's really up to you, but it'll take a little bit for that reactivity to settle down with some use first, just to let you know. Depending on what you're cutting. I was cutting onions, so those tend to go brown real fast on the edge with this type of knife. So, but if you're looking for a bigger version, you want a lot of chopping power, this guy does it. It's not like super skinny. It's pretty skinny at the very edge, but it's got a lot of meat. It's got a lot of meat to the blade. So, interesting knife. So this is a beast, as I said. So here we have the Nahozumi JIS Cleaver 220mm knife.